Okay. Okay. Let me. You want? Oh, You know what? Today's Saturday. Huh?
Hmm.
Why were we recording so early?
I don't know. Hey, I asked her the same question.
I was.
I said,
Yeah.
but that's okay. I said, well, hey, whatever he said to do, we'll do
Yeah.
it.
I went to sleep about what time I went to sleep last night, Mom? About 8 o'clock for this interview.
Oh, really?
I want to make
You had
sure
to
I
go
be
to bed
woke for
early.
real. Do you be waking up early?
I have to, yes, but I stay up late. You
Yeah.
know, so it's tough.
What's the latest?
But Saturday usually I like to sleep at least until maybe
Everything.
10.
What's the latest you be staying up, and why?
Oh gosh, 2 and 3. It's because there's so much going on. Usually my mind's always racing or replaying conversations or trying to figure out what to do for if there's a challenge or the next day. You know, there's always something going on. So.
When you was growing up, right, and you woke up on Saturday morning, right, what cereal did you eat, and what was your favorite cartoon?
Cereal, I'd say probably.
How you was young, so what was your favorite cereal and your favorite cartoon?
I'm gonna say Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes with bananas in it.
Sometimes actually,
There
right? And then I liked Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Most
Oh,
people probably won't know what that is, but
Yeah,
you
Chip
remember
and Dale,
those?
Yeah, yes, indeed.
I remember
Chip
waking
and
up
Dale.
Saturday morning. Oh man, yeah, and
Yeah,
watching Chip and
back
Dale,
memory
and
street, huh?
yes,
I think I like.
There's a
that,
lot of good Saturday morning cartoons.
I like that the cereal. I like to mix all my cereals together, but my mom and them ain't have that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They got mad when I did that.
Oh, really?
And my favorite cartoon was Garfield and Friends.
Okay, yep. I
Yeah,
remember
Garfield and
Garfield,
Friends.
yeah.
Have you ever watched Garfield and Friends?
It's been, I mean, yes, it's been a long time though.
Where was Norma, the girl cat? Where was she from?
I don't know.
You don't know where
No,
she
I
from?
didn't watch it like that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
Your mama, you know
Where is she from?
Avi Dhabi.
What?
Yeah. You don't remember? Have you ever heard of Avi Dhabi? Have you ever heard of Avi Dhabi? But listen, I don't know. I gotta look it up for real before I just say something. But she's from Avi Dhabi. But I remember Garfield used to be like, I'm finna mail you. I don't know what he mailing her to Avi Dhabi or was she from Avi Dhabi. I think he was mailing her from Avi Dhabi. It's something we gotta watch. Cartoon. How was your morning this morning?
It was good.
It was good?
It was good, yes. Have me a little coffee. We're good to go.
Yeah. What
Yes,
kind of coffee you be drinking?
I like Cafe Bustelo. It's espresso coffee. It's
What
a
is
little bit-
that?
Cafe
Is that
Bustelo.
Folgers in there?
No, no. It's a Spanish coffee, but it's an espresso.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's a little bit stronger than just a regular coffee, but it's
How
so
long have you
good.
been drinking coffee?
It's so good since I was young. So,
Since you was young, man.
I like coffee. I'd sit with my parents and drink coffee with them. Yeah.
Do you know who Victor Newman is?
Does that name sound familiar? Yes.
From the soap opera. Did you watch that?
Oh, Victor. Yes, yes. Okay. No, I did not watch the soap operas, but everybody knows
Everybody
Victor
knows.
Newman.
Is Victor
I was
Newman-
like, wait a minute. Why do I know that
Is
name?
Victor Newman still alive?
Yeah, I think
For real?
he is actually.
Oh,
I
is
think
he?
he
So
just
he-
got some kind of award or something.
He had to be like 100-something years
Stop.
old. For real. For real. For a long time, I thought Victor Newman
He's-
was my dad. I think everybody thought
You
that
thought he was your
Because
dad?
my mom said it.
Oh, what?
You know what I'm saying? So for real, I was like, well, because he everybody there. We all family right here.
That's funny.
My name, Lucky, though. Nice to meet you. What's
Nice
your
to
name
meet you,
again?
Jessica Gonzalez. Yes, sir.
And what you running for?
So, Justice of the Peace, Precinct 4, Place 2.
Justice of the Peace?
Yes, sir.
Precinct
4, Place 2 for yeah.
What's place 2?
So in Bell County, in Killeen, we've got 2 courts. So if anyone knows Judge Johnson, back the bow tie, the gentleman, he's place 1, and there's 2 courts in Killeen. So I would be the opposite of what they call a sister court, should I win.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you win, right? Because I
Yes,
think
sir.
you're gonna win, right?
Thank you, sir.
And when people are you gonna what's the question? Oh, when people come to you, are you gonna treat them fair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's very important to me.
Yeah.
Very important. Yes. And so I'm really excited because it's called the People's Court. So the People's Court is really it belongs to us. It belongs to the community. And so my hope, Johnson's done a very good job of being out in the community, being a face of the court positively, so that there's a positive feeling and understanding that when you go there, you feel like you're treated fairly, regardless of what you're going in there for. And so my hope is to duplicate that, build that bridge, work with the people that need to be worked with. But it's the People's Court. That one belongs to us. So I'm excited to be able to help him now, be able to.
So he's still being
Come
a
across
judge,
him.
right?
Yes, sir.
You'll be,
Mhm.
Who are
It's
you
sister
running
court.
against?
So
It's sister court.
It's a sister
Okay.
court. So yeah.
Okay.
So we but yeah, so I actually so in the beginning there was the incumbent who was the lady that was already in the position, Judge Nicola James. She was originally in that position, and there was a young lady named Latasha, who also ran for this position, and myself. So there was 3 of us in the first race. So we ran that race. ran hard. Latasha Quarles and I, Dr. Latasha Quarles, excuse me, she and I ended up knocking the incumbent out. And then she and I ended up having to go into a runoff election. So then we made it to the runoff election. And so Dr. Tasha Quarles and I, in the runoff, I ended up winning the runoff. So I won 1, 2, and now 3 is November. So November's the final election. So in November, which is our midterm elections, it's a very important election cycle. It's me, and then there is they require me to run on a Democratic ticket, and then there's also a Republican candidate named B. Cox, and she's running in opposition. So I still have an opponent, but just on different sides of the aisle.
So it's November, right?
November is the big election. I'm going to win. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. Yes, sir.
Mom, you want to count me down?
Thank you.
2, 1.
What? My bad. I ain't got myself couldn't breathe just then. I'm sorry. I couldn't even breathe. I don't know what that was right there. Took my breath away, baby.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. And Jessica, right?
Yes, sir.
Gonzalez, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, running for
Justice of the Peace.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1.
What's that? This your boy G the May, aka Fat Dad, aka Lucky. Y'all already know what I'm finna say. Everybody is somebody, but you ain't nobody if you never sit on the couch. That's why I got Mrs. Jessica Gonzalez running for Justice of the Peace Court,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Right on.
Lady,
Right on. Doing all right.
Is it Mrs. or Miss?
Ms.
Miss.
Yes,
You
sir.
not married?
No,
right?
sir.
Why you not married?
Well, I've been married before,
You
just
like
not now.
it?
Just not now.
I got married like a couple, how many months we been married?
About a month and a half.
About a month.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's special. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Give me some advice. I just got married a month ago. Tell me. What is your, so give me some advice, Miss Jessica.
Just keep communicating. Talk
Keep
about it.
communicating.
Talk about it. Take your moment when you need it.
Okay.
Because we're going to have our ups and downs, right? We're not going to see eye to eye sometimes.
There you
Take
go.
your moment. Take your breath. Then always talk about it. Don't let the sun go down without you resolving your issue.
I like that. I like
That's my
that.
daddy always told me.
I need to stop hanging around my kids though, because all my kids, I be asking them something, they be like, I don't know. So that's a big part of what you just said. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, well, who am I? I'm Jessica Gonzalez. I mean, I'm a mom, you know.
How many kids you got?
I've got 3 kids. I've got
kids?
2 daughters and a son.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
one is your favorite? Be
No.
honest.
No,
Okay.
no.
My bad.
No, you're not going to get me on that. No,
That
sir.
son gotta be your favorite, though.
No, sir.
Come on. Okay,
But
yeah.
he's the youngest, so, but
Okay.
no. But I've got my girls. My oldest daughter just got out of the Air Force, and so my middle daughter's going to school to become an esthetician. She's doing wonderful. And then
What's
my
that?
son,
What's
she does like the facial treatments and things like that. And so she's very crafty, very artsy. And then my son is 14, and hopefully he'll be section leader in band this year. So
you go.
I'm a mom. I've got 3 grandchildren. So
For
I've got
real?
I got 2 big girls, and they're 10 and 8, and then I've got a brand new baby who's about 4 months old right now.
How you feel about being a grandma?
I love it.
For real?
I
You love
get it
from
now.
the
I
beginning?
love it.
What you mean you get it now?
I love it because when they say about like how it's different as a mom when you become a mom, when you become a mom at first, and then you become a grandmother, and you're looking at them, and I'm watching my kids parent. It's just a different feeling, and then I mean. So maybe my grandbabies I love more. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's so different. This wonderful feeling.
Lady tell me in the store one time, had I been a grandma first, I would have been a better mother.
It's right.
I
Your
know
patience,
that.
your
I know,
understanding.
yeah,
It's because of all the lessons we learn from the kids. You know what I mean? And then it's like you have a chance. I would say not to make it right, but it's just different. It's the perspective is different. You're more patient with them. It's you can. It's
You know,
just
you
good.
back chores, you can give them back to their mom.
And then you can give them back. Spoil them up.
Being
an advocate, defender.
Being a grandmother, right?
Yes, sir.
For real. Being a grandmother, right? Do you tend to just say stuff to your daughter like, "That how you supposed to do it?" This, that.
No. I try to be very careful. No.
Okay, why? Is that
I
a
was
big thing?
raised. Yeah, we don't overstep the bounds, right? So that's respectful. Now, what we do is if there's something that's happened, obviously if it's a major deal, we go to the side, we talk about it. We'll have an offline conversation because I never ever ever want to undermine her job as a mom and what she set in her rules. So we
Yeah.
respect that boundary. Our family believes in boundaries, so we respect that.
If I
boundary.
was the grandma back in the days,
Yeah. They just jumping right in.
Everything.
Yeah, no.
Leave,
But
Lucky alone. Leave him alone.
yeah, Yeah, but we spent more time with our elders back then. So this time is different. Our kids spend more time in schools and more time away from us. So having that, making sure that her boundary is strong with her kids, I will never overstep that because we already spend limited time with them as it is. It's important that they know mama's authority, what mama said goes, you know. And then grandma can come back in later on and say, come on, baby, let's go. Let's go get some ice cream.
What do you rate your daughters? It's just one of them have a baby, right?
No, they both do.
What do you rate their parenting skills?
If it was 1 out of 10?
Yeah, 1 out of 10.
You're going to make me cry. I'm going to give them a 10 out of 10 right now.
10.
I'll give them 9. We'll give them a 9 because they're still learning. You know, nothing's perfect, but I'm so proud of it. And that's another thing. Stuff that, like, I know when I'll say something, I'll be like, oh, my mom told me that. Oh, my gosh, my dad said, that was in the backpack. Those roots that were planted long ago, and they come back out every once in a while. And so stuff that I didn't think they were listening to, I can watch them. I hear them. They say it, and they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so you were listening. Why did you stress me out? Why did you do that? So that makes me so proud. Yes. So, yeah, I'll give them a 9 out of 10 because there's always room for growth. But they're doing great. I'm proud of my girls. Grandkids? I do.
How many more you want?
I want a tribe. If it was up to me, I probably would have had like 10 kids. I love kids. My daughters, I would like a little grandson. I keep telling her she just got married. Eris, hello if you're watching. She's gonna get so mad at me for that, but no, but I do. I would love to have a bunch of them.
What is justice of the peace? What is the justice of the peace judge? What do they consist of?
Yeah, so a justice of the peace, again, we represent the people, the people's court. And so what that means is that we handle, we're the first court that most people go into. We handle all the, what we'll consider low-level offenses, right? So traffic violations, misdemeanors that are Class C or under. We handle litigations under like $20,000. So if you had small claims, we handle those under $20,000. We also do weddings on a good side, right? So we can marry people and things like that. So we also do magistration, which is sometimes people that have been arrested. Unfortunately, the first thing that they see is when the warrants have to be signed by the police officers. We handle those original warrants, of signing those things just to get their process started. So it's an important position because it starts a clock on a lot of legal situations. It's very important in that respect. But yeah, so we handle the lower level offenses.
What if they got a warrant that needs to be signed in front of you and you know that person? Would you still sign that warrant?
So typically we need to recuse ourselves from that, right? It would be, so when I say recuse ourselves, meaning if there's any type of conflict or any association of a potential conflict, it needs to be turned over to another court. 100%, 100%, because you don't want any type of conflict there. I mean, you know, and these things, it's a small town anyways, and so you'd have to know like what that level of relationship is and whatever, you know, how do I know this person or whatever, make sure there's not a conflict.
You had to say
but if I know that person, yes, it would be best to turn it over to a different court.
How many can you turn over?
I don't know. I don't know that it happens often, unless, again, it's somebody that you are just, you know, very, you know, much familiar with. But you would want to be very careful with that because you want to make sure whatever's happening is fair, balanced, and impartial, right?
I sure got a couple baby mamas. If they come up there for warrants and stuff, look, don't turn them over. You just go ahead and sign that paper. They probably trying to get me or something, right? But look, Miss Day, look. My name is Lucky, and this is the couch right here. These are some questions coming from, I asked, right, coming from your family, your friends, your enemy, everybody, right? I want you to answer these questions, but I don't want you to get in no trouble.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But look, check this out. Look, I got these cookies right here from my daughter right here. She's 11 years old. She been making some cookies. I do want you to taste it. This is my water right here. This Lucky Spring water. Y'all make sure y'all go check me out.
Which this is awesome. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna claim this lemon cookie right here.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. You can taste it. If you want to taste it, though.
I will.
That's your favorite?
No, actually, I like the Snickerdoodles. I don't know if she makes those or.
She makes Snickerdoodles.
Those are my favorite. I'm not a cookie person. Those are my favorite.
That's peanuts though, right? She can't be around peanuts.
No.
It's like cinnamon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. She can make that? Oh, that's fly. That's fly. So this your first time tasting lemon?
Yeah, can I taste? You want me to try it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Whenever you want.
Now, I don't have my glasses on, but I think this is Kiki's. What is it? Tell me.
Kiki's Sweet Creations.
Kiki's Sweet Creations. Okay.
She's 11 years old. She's so fly.
Well, that's awesome.
But look, you the judge now. I'm coming you the judge now. Don't lie. you don't
I'm
know.
under oath.
You don't know. For real. But there's some more you can try too.
Oh, those are wonderful. Wonderful. I love that you're. I need a. Where am I? Oh, I see it. I love that you are supporting your daughter and her creativity. That's really important as a parent too.
Yes, indeed. You know how many kids I got?
How many children?
13 kids.
13.
Baby mamas.
Oh,
13
wow.
amazing baby mamas. 13 cool kids.
Okay.
For real, I like it for real. I'm so cool. All right, look.
This is good.
For real, Miss Judge Lady. Be honest, right
It's
here.
delicious. Both hands. Oh my God.
It is delicious. What do it remind you of?
Those tea cakes, those old school. This is good. It's really fluffy and soft, and I love the flavor. I'm not a big lemon person, but it's just enough. It's like a hint of lemon. This is delicious, and I love this soft. I need some coffee.
For real.
This is
Your
perfect.
coffee,
Okay, can I have one more bite?
Yeah, you can eat. It's yours. You can just eat it through the whole show. But make sure you drink some water.
Okay.
What's
wonderful.
Do you be eating in the restaurants in Killeen, Texas?
I do.
Mom and Pop? What's your favorite restaurant?
Well, I'm not going to say favorite because there's so many. There's so many.
No.
But yeah, I like them all. It just depends. And the thing about here I love is that we can choose whatever. So however you feeling, you want soul food, you got soul food. I like Korean food, so I got Korean food. I like Spanish food, tons of Spanish food options. So that's what I love about here is that there's so many options. We got tons of places to eat.
You from Killeen, huh? Mm-hmm. What school did you go to?
Killeen High School.
Killeen High.
Yes.
The rules, right?
The best school.
Yeah.
At the time it was just Killeen and Ellison. There was only two of us. So yeah.
Okay, there you go. Hey, what was
Long
y'all
time
chant?
ago.
What was y'all chant? Did y'all have a chant? A chant or something?
Rude dogs.
Okay,
Yeah, that's so silly.
Okay, I got these glasses right here, Mom. I think these glasses work right here, right? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't bring mine.
Okay, look. Why should the people of Precinct 4 Place 2 trust you with power? And if you don't keep your promises, how should they hold you accountable?
That's a great question. So, a couple of things. I'm currently on the city council right now, and I've been there for almost 5 years. I'm on my last term. So I have a proven track record of working within my community with the citizens on various levels, working with different businesses, working with different organizations across the city. So I've got a proven track record when it comes to that already, right? Being fair and balanced and hearing people and listening. When it comes to the other part, I think it's very important. I always tell people, don't elect us and leave us. What I mean when I say that is we can only do so much as an elected official. It does take the village or the community to come back behind us and say, hey, not only do we need help here or just to fuss and point a finger, it's also to say, hey, there's some great things happening here, or here's some resources. We need to share this information. How can we amplify this information? Or there's a challenge. How do we fix it? And coming together thinking about resolution. So I always tell people, don't elect us and leave us. Don't elect me and leave me. Stay there. Stay connected. And then anything, the People's Court is good for the fact that we'll be able to provide resources to the community. So we can't advocate from that position. But if there's a need, we can partner the certain resource with the person that has the need. So think about people going through eviction and things like that.
So there's evictions?
We handle the evictions as well. So, yeah, so it's important. So I've got a track record and I'm proud of my track record of working with people and being trustworthy and being fair and balanced already. And so to the community, I would say just don't elect us and leave us. I can do my part, but we're going to need help in any element of political.
You won't get tired of them trying to give their advice and stuff. You're like, girl, leave me alone. I'm not good. You gonna be like that?
No.
For real? No. How much pressure of being a judge? How much pressure be on you when you become a judge? How much pressure do you think would be on you?
Yeah, so this is, I'm sure there's going to be some tough situations. We also deal with inquest, which is like where people have unfortunately lost their lives or passed away. And so we have to make those determinations as well. So I'm already projecting that might be a tough area, dealing with people who are going through grief process and things like that. Or someone who might be on the verge of an eviction and being displaced. I'm also a realtor, and I've been doing real estate for well over 20 plus years. I don't necessarily sell real estate anymore. I focus on property management, actually, so I'm very much familiar with that process. So for me, it's important that people know, a lot of people don't know what options they have, and that there's a lot of things that could have been done leading up to that situation. So my hope is to continue to partner with people in a different respect beforehand, to say maybe there's some advocacy agencies out there that can get involved so people know who to call if you actually need help to prevent yourself from going through an eviction process or whatever. So yeah, so that's
how much say so as a judge do you have? With people with evictions.
So it's pretty black and white now.
Yeah.
It's pretty black and white because you've got contracts. Now, there are some areas, obviously that might come into play, but for the most part, it's what does the contract say? If it says that you have rent that's due on the 1st and it's no later than the 3rd and anything after the 3rd is considered late and you pay on the 15th, they're not obligated, you know what I mean? So it's what does the contract say? So there's not a whole lot of flexibility. There's not a whole lot of flexibility. You can't.
Okay. So you got to say, you got to do it.
You got to do it. But that's why I'm telling you the advocacy beforehand. And that's why we have that flexibility as the people's court we can't do the advocacy, but we can work within the community. And when we see a need, we can partner with those organizations to provide information. Like and so that's really where the focus should be, so that people know either before they get there or if they're there that there's still hope. I'm a firm believer your past does not define you. It should redefine you, so that there's still hope after that. Because a lot of folks, it's scary, whether you're going in for a ticket or for a wedding. Like, you don't really know what to expect, and it's scary. And so my hope is that we can provide information. We will provide information in my court once I'm there to help people understand that.
What kind of advice would you give a person who they finna get evicted? Because I know all the hopes feel like it's gone. Then they came to your court for to get evicted.
And it's tough. So as a JP, like I said, I would be limited to what I could say and do. But I'm not there right now. So on the other side of this coin, either as a property,
right now, y'all been listening, girl.
Yeah, take notes. No, but as a property manager, as a realtor, as an advocate on the other side, if they're already going through it, it's very tough. But beforehand, a lot of us, we will either not communicate with our people. And I'm not saying communicate like you can't have been like late every single month and then all of a sudden you got this going on and you didn't pay the bill and whatever. And then expect them to work with you. But if you've been a good tenant, you've been paying your rents on time, things happen. Like, I just had a call from a single mom. I can definitely relate, but she was a single mom. She works out of town. She had to choose between fixing her vehicle and paying her rent. Now, she could not afford to lose the job. She had to get to work. And so when she paid the payment for the car to get it fixed so she can get back and forth, it made her short on the rent. Well, she was so upset, kind of freaked out, was trying to make ends meet, was reaching out to different organizations. They didn't have any funds available just because of the time of year. Everyone was tapped out. And so the first question I said, well, did you contact the property manager? And she didn't yet because she was afraid. Didn't think they would say the only thing they can say is no, right? But at the end of the day, if you've been a good tenant, you've been there, you've taken care of the property, especially in today's market, we'd rather have somebody in there taking care of the homes for the owners than having a vacancy right now. It's tough out there in this real estate market. So she reached out to the property owner, and she gave her a grace period and allowed her to fix it because she had never been late before and was able to work it out. Now, things happen. Life happens. And so early on, if you're working through that, and then you uphold what you say you're going to do now, that's also important. Hopefully she doesn't say I'm paying on the 15th and not do that, but or work it out, and however that works out with the person, but just communicate with them. So there's things that can be done on the front end.
My property manager, he ain't never answered the phone. He wasn't ever at home, for real. I would never pay my rent either, though.
No.
That's just my opinion. Don't give me no good choices or stuff if I come to your court, though. You hear me? Just go ahead and evict me because I ain't going to do right.
You said you're not going to do right, lucky.
For real. All right, this is a good question. Why are you going to, what? Can you understand me? I know I talk country. I don't know how to say no.
Well, that's why I was picking up Louisiana. That's why I was asking where you're from earlier.
I got you. I words right. No spray screen and everything messed up.
Got it.
Okay. What are you gonna do for young folks in Killeen who keep catching tickets, getting into trouble, and feeling like the system already gave up on them? Go ahead.
Yeah. So this again is another one where it's a preliminary thing. Why? What type of tickets are we talking about here?
Oh, okay.
Things like that. And so if we're talking these traffic violations and such, I don't believe I have a friend who just received.
So this not dealing with you.
So the traffic tickets, yes, or misdemeanor, Class C misdemeanors, low-level offenses. So that wouldn't necessarily be something that I could say that I could handle on the back end. That again becomes advocacy on the front end. Why did we end up there is a question we got to ask, right? So when I'm looking at situations, as we have to be solutions driven, right? We can't keep pointing the finger and saying what happened though. Why do we keep getting these tickets? Is it what's going on that's causing the problem to get there? At the backside, we want to make sure that whatever ruling is being made is fair and balanced you know, and that the thing is that right now there's some flexibility. So if there's a lot of cost associated with it and it's going to financially hurt you and you're trying to settle this debt and try to get yourself straight to where you're out of trouble, we have flexibility in that position. My understanding is to offer different options to pay and things like that. So that's where I could help as a JP to help people figure out a different way to pay. So instead of just issuing a warrant saying you can't pay your fine and fees, well, how can you settle this? Is it indigent, or is there something else that you need? You make payment plan? Can that work for you? And figure that out. We can do that. But at the front end would be, why do we keep ending up in this situation? And that's where the advocacy comes
What
in.
if you had a bad day that day? Would you still be able to be a good judge?
We have to.
You
I
have
have to. I have to do it every day. Or already, I have to be able to be what we call on. You know what I mean? It's like
you had death in the family, sadness, and all that.
Sir, I was on the city council. A lot of people don't know. As my mother was losing her life, I lost my mom while I was on council, and I never missed a meeting. I was at the hospital doing my checking into my council meetings. I never missed a meeting while I was losing my mother. So I don't have that luxury. And so that's what I say, the life we chose. And some folks out there will know that when you choose, or when the calling chooses you, however you want to believe that, it comes with certain requirements. It comes with certain expectations.
Man, I wouldn't know
Now,
what to do.
it's tough, because then on the backside, sir, you have to have then a safe space to be able to retreat into, so that you don't become overwhelmed, complete insomniac. I'm a little bit of insomniac, but not a complete one. But you have to have a safe place to be able to retreat into and to decompress. That's 100%. But I don't have a choice. And then also growing up, I don't believe, my core principle is, what is happening with me is not what's happening with you. So when I see you, and I could be going through whatever I'm going through, but if I say, how was your day? I'm going to stop and listen to see how your day was, because I shouldn't pour myself onto you. You didn't ask for that. You know what I mean? All the negative and stuff like that. So I don't believe in taking things out on people. It's not your fault. That's not your responsibility. It's not your issue. So I've kind of grown up with that core principle as well. It's important.
How many days can a judge take off?
So they can make their schedule. I don't know how many days, like, exactly.
Like like sick days and all that.
Yeah,
everything.
I don't have that information yet. I don't really know. But they do. They can make this. They make their schedules. They can create their their breaks and their vacations and things like that. But I don't know how many days exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, man, if I was a judge or something and something happened to my family, I'd be like, look, y'all, case dismissed. Let me go.
No, obviously,
it's
something, yes. If there's a big tragedy like that, we're going to go. But obviously, there was things that, you can't control that are happening. And, in my moment of sadness, there's also people that still need a moment of help and healing. And I have a responsibility to do that. Now, I'm going to tell you, I had to take a break after, you know what I mean? And of course, for me, I still feel like sometimes I have to take one now, because I get to, not a day goes by I don't think about my parents. So, but in that moment, like I said, I still had to be present, because I also have children. I couldn't let everything fall apart.
Yeah. I
was losing my best friends, my mom, my dad, but I still had to be present. That's a hard part of just life in general. And I still think about those things, but yeah, I couldn't let everything go, because I had to keep earning. I had to still represent the city positively. I still had to take care of my children and make sure I was there present for them. And then my sisters that were grieving and making arrangements. So I didn't have the option to let it all go.
Let me how do I ask this question? Would a person believe they believe in God and stuff like that, right? Do it hurt? Do it plays a part in being a judge? Like your spiritual, what is called? Like what you believe in, your belief,
your faith, and stuff you believe.
Do it plays a part? Like if you believe in God, I'm gonna say not believing in the devil, right? Would that play a part?
It shouldn't. It should not, because, again, what does the contract say? What does the law say? What does the document say? That's actually where the belief is what does that document say? What does the penal code say? That's really where it's at.
Can you send people to jail?
Send them. I guess technically, when signing those warrants, it is a possibility that they could. Yeah,
make
that
sure
they
you
could
sign
go.
warrants from my
Stop that. Let the record reflect. We'll do it fair and balanced. Whatever.
All right. Okay. When landlords start filing evictions, how would you make sure when landlords start filing eviction, how would you make sure tenants actually get heard and don't get put out just because they don't understand the court system. Did you understand the court system?
Yes. So
These some long questions too.
that's good. They're very good questions. So again, what this question is asking for people, listen, that's advocacy beforehand. That's before we get to this point.
There you go.
However, what I have experienced, what I've heard that has been the experience, is when they get to court, though, a lot of times you don't know what your options are. You don't know what the process is. And so my goal, the thing that I'm running on right now, is making sure that things are what we call clear and concise, easy to understand, easy to follow. So you know that if you're coming in here for this, this is the expectation, this is what you need, this is what you can do. So that's my hope, is that when you come into the court, at least it takes down that level of anxiety. But a large part of that question happens beforehand. That's before you get to the court system.
You want to drink some of this water? You want to taste some of
I'm
this?
sure.
It's good. I just want to promote my water to be real with you.
Lucky.
Lucky spring water.
Told you.
How long you wanted to be a judge?
So actually, this is something that is on my radar new. So my big plan on my vision board is to run for Congress one day.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I want to run for mayor.
You should do it.
I am. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
For real. I'm just hyping it up. For real. And
Lucky spring water.
it's good.
It's refreshing.
There you go, for real.
But yes, so this is an opportunity. So I've been serving, like I said, on city council for a while. This opportunity opened up, and I saw that there was a need. And so one of the things was I had to look and say, can my skill set, what I'm good at naturally, and what I do, does it match what this job needs? Because I'm not interested in a title for a title. I want to go in, make whatever changes needed to be made, and then move on to the next, right? And so there was an answer was yes, there's a lot of things there that's needed that I feel comfortable that I can get in there and help bridge the gap, do what needs to be done, and then move on to the next. So yeah.
What do you think need to be done right now?
Mm-hmm. So again, concise court. So to say concise. So streamlining the process, making sure it's easy for people to understand what they're dealing with when they get there. What are the options when I get there? What's the process when I get there? So speedy trials. So sometimes there's a backlog, and so people have been waiting for sometimes years to be able to get these small cases heard. That's stressful to some people because you got this thing lingering that you can't resolve. And so to figure out how we can make it more efficient in the court to get those things done and make sure people are truly getting a speedy trial, that's really important. Yeah.
What are you going to do that's different and better than the guy who bagged the bow tie? What's his name?
Johnson?
Yeah.
Well, he's tremendous. He's done a great work as far as in the community.
What do you feel like you can do better than him?
So that's an interesting question. I say, because I'm not in his court every single day, so what does that mean? I think that he's done a tremendous job. So there's a lot of things that I would probably take and implement that he's done well, that he's done better, and then I would have to figure out what better than him is, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
be fair,
definitely.
like right, because of course you want to do more, right? And I think maybe the efficiency piece, figuring out how we can be more efficient, how we can get our police, our KPD warrants signed locally versus him having to go out of town to get those done. So there's some things but that's not necessarily something he's doing or he's done wrong. It's just because of limitations. So my goal would be to help figure out that problem, to help us solve it, So yeah, so he's done a lot of great things though that I would implement.
What experiences do you have that your the people who run against you don't have?
The experience of working with a diverse group of people.
There you go.
Answering and being in the community, not just working with certain types of people or whatever. I have been in the trenches. I've been in the boardroom. So it's like I can go between whichever space we need to go between, and just be a real person, kind, compassionate. I do care about people. Now, sometimes I'm not the person, if you want to just make excuses, I'm not the one to come and talk to. But if you're really interested in trying to find a solution to a problem, or you're having a tough situation, we need to get down and find out who can help us resolve it, I'm the person to come to for that. And so I believe that I have that, and that's different. Yeah. And that people know that my heart is I truly care about people. Yeah.
When you become a judge, do you go out to bars and stuff now?
I used to own one.
You did? Which one you found?
It was a blues bar and lounge. Just very proud of that.
Right.
Yes, and so I love music. No, but to answer your question, I don't go out often, but I did own one. I did closed that, when I decided to run for this position. Because you don't want any look of impropriety, any conflicts or potential.
Yeah. Judge, you can't be going
I don't want any looks of impropriety. I want to make sure that what I'm doing, again, I want is fair and balanced, right? I don't want you saying that, but no. So I do enjoy live music, though. That is something that is in my core.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing that you can't go to the bars?
I think it's a good thing. I mean, what's out there that I'm missing from, putting on my radio or going to a live concert or going to, So I think that, again, one of those small sacrifices. What are you gonna do?
What's your favorite blues song?
Ooh, the Blues at Sunrise, Albert King.
How it go?
Oh man, I can't sing it. It's mostly guitar. Okay. But it's Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Blues at Sunrise. If you've never heard it, close your eyes, turn it on, get some bourbon and a cigar.
There you go. Okay.
and listen to it. It is beautiful.
The Blues at Sunrise.
The Blues at Sunrise. Take a listen.
Okay.
But you got to everything's got to be calm and quiet.
Okay.
You just sit down when you're ready to relax. Grab your little
whatever
it is.
Be tied up.
Tie them up, lock. Put them up.
Okay.
Yeah, put them away.
But
listen to that. That's beautiful. There's so many though. I love the blues, but there's a lot of good songs.
Would do you think it'd be some cases that you wish can come through your court?
I wouldn't say so. Cases that I would wish come through, no. My hope though is just that anybody who does come through there, again, while there's a judgment that has to be made, that when they come through, they don't feel judged. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I want them to feel at least safe. I felt like, to your point, I was heard, I was treated well, it was explained to me, and I understand.
There you go.
And that's my goal. That's what I hope for. That's really what I want to do. That's what I hope for.
Okay, you're currently serving as a councilwoman, right?
Yes, sir.
And mayor pro tem. What's that?
So it's like a vice mayor. So I fill in the gaps.
Is there such thing as a vice mayor?
That's basically what that pro tem is. And so if something happens to the mayor, or if there's events that maybe he can't attend and officiate, I have then the authority to do that.
Okay. Why did you decide to run for Justice of the Peace Precinct 4, Place 2?
Mm-hmm. So that ties into what I said earlier about when I found out that there was this need in this court. So I had an activist. A lot of times people come to us and they don't know how some of the lines blur over as far as whose responsibility is what, whether we're on the local level or state level, and sometimes those jobs are confusing for people. So I had an advocate that came to me. And when she came to me about her concern, I was like, I can't do anything about that. As a council person, that's not my jurisdiction. That's not my area. But when I said, let me make a referral to you to somebody who can help you. But it's one of those things when you look at something and you see something, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
And so when I couldn't unsee it, I started having questions. Then I started calling. I was like, what's really going on? I thought this was fixed. What's happening? And when that took place, and then I heard about the opportunity, I realized that, again, my skill set, if I could come in and I feel that I could do a good job here, mend relationships, build a bridge, work alongside the sister court, find ways to make it more efficient for people. My skills would definitely work in this particular position to help make it better. And that's why I decided to do it, because I felt that in that moment, what I have to offer can help make it better. Yeah.
Being a judge is better than being a councilwoman?
I wouldn't say better, no. Each one they're completely different. So on the council side, as a
which one pay the most?
Well, council doesn't pay. For the record, people think we get paid these big bucks and we have access to all this money, and we do not. No, sir, no. It's $250 a month. So we break it down for the entire month and how much it's like a full-time job. So
hold on, say it again.
$250
for what?
For council.
Girl, I would have been selling newspapers.
Some people have to. I work a full-time job. Some people are.
Why they get paid less?
Well, here in this area, they attempted to get a raise years ago, and it was denied by the people. So the people said that they don't.
$250 a month.
And so the people felt that they didn't at the time need a raise, and so it was just kind of left alone. Some areas, though, honestly, they do pay them like a part-time salary, or some areas, while they might not get a salary for their public service, they have what you call like a toolbox meeting. Like we don't even have an office, so they would get like an office and print and things like that to help you do your town halls and to help you reach more of the community. We don't have that either. So everything that we do is pretty much on our own, and that's why we're constantly saying, help us help you. So
why would somebody want to be a councilman?
again, your heart has to be in the right place. This is not a place. If you
Yeah.
look in a showboat and just do it just because, this is not the place to be, because you will be abused, misunderstood. It will be. It's hard. It's emotional. It's things that you absolutely cannot fix because they're not in your lane. So you really have to care about the area. So for me, this is my hometown. This is where I grew up, and so when I saw that my parents were having, I was starting to have as an adult the same conversations my parents were having when I was a child. I was like, what in the world? Why are we still talking about this? Why is this still going on? When you get in there, you see behind the scenes that there's so many moving parts that no one decision is an easy decision because it connects to a million other things. It's very eye-opening, but you have to do it because you truly care about your city, about the people, or whatever change it is you want to make. But the thing is that people don't understand is, as a council person, no one person can do it alone. I can't come in there as a rogue council person, and people do, and they do, but you shouldn't. But you come in with my own personal agenda because it's not about me. At the end of the day, we have to have 4 votes to do anything, right? So 4 council people have to agree to get anything to move forward. So you really have to be able to be a team player, ideally, to work across the community and across the aisle with people with different thought processes, different beliefs, different religions, whatever the case may be.
I showed me. I was like, look, y'all, can we carpool this time, councilman? Look, my chick was just $250. I bought some gas money. Zoom called me. I'm sorry, Miss Lady. I like Zoom called me, y'all.
Do what you gotta do. You gotta make it work.
Hey, I want to Kiki got some cheap cookies or something.
They do a little fundraiser.
Okay, there you go. How was your experience on city council prepare you to serve as a justice of the peace? How has your experience on city council prepare you to serve as a justice of the peace?
Yes. So again, being on the dais, which is where we sit, for council, having to be in front of various types of people, you hear things that sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't. You cannot make. Okay, I'm gonna say you cannot. You absolutely should not make decisions from a position of a council person based on your personal beliefs. Again, when you're talking to people of different faiths, different sexual orientation, whatever the situation is. Whatever the situation is, to be fair and impartial, and then not judging people based on their circumstance, to actually just provide information and insight and resources. I've been doing that for the last 5 years with this particular section of my life. I've been doing it in other areas as well, but this is just one piece. So I've been doing that for the last 5 years, and I feel like I've done a good job. Like I said, I can talk to anyone, and I believe that we all have a story. We all should be heard. Our past does not define us. It redefines us. And so those are principles that I live by.
Being a councilwoman right
Yes,
now,
sir.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Do it make you like when you get to? I can't wait to get to the house to cuss this person out in my mind. Do it make you feel like
I'm gonna
that?
tell you sometimes. We just got, because it's hard, because sometimes yes.
For real.
Yes, because there's times we can't. When you're up there, and let's just say someone feels a certain kind of way, whatever that way is. Of course, they're entitled to have their feelings and their emotions about whatever it is, and people would fuss at us when, especially a couple years ago, it was really rough. We were being attacked on a number of different levels, and it was very dark and very scary. We could not respond. We had to sit there, and it was like, they were like, why are you just sitting there taking that? And I was like, because our job as public officials say that we have to listen to the people, and the people of this person, whether they're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. They're not happy. They're voicing their opinion. Now, there is a line. I'm going to let you know there is a line. And so sometimes I will shut it down because we can't, we're not here to be abused and punching bags. I mean, come on now. But there are times where it gets tough.
It
gets tough.
I'm like, girl, shut up.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't know why your mama
can't.
made you anyway. That's what I would have been saying for real. So 4 people had to agree for something to pass?
Yes, sir.
Or is that hard?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you really have to fight and advocate for it and laying out a good case as to why this issue is important.
So you had to put, this person say no, this person say yeah, this person, 3 people say yeah, 1 person say no. Y'all got to put out something for that person to say yeah too.
Yeah, and you have to be able to help people understand why you're doing what you're doing, or why you, proposing a certain thing, right? So, and it takes people, sometimes with vision, because like I remember when I first got on council, a lot of the charges that I had from the community were different. So for example, they wanted me to, one of them was to breathe life into the downtown, bring a police department back, police presence back, and to get some positive quality of life down here. And so when I first got on there, everybody's like, you can't do that. It's not going to happen. There's no way. Nobody's coming downtown. Nobody's going to put any money in there. It was really negative. It was a lot of, and I was like, how in the heck am I going to do this? So I started looking at all of the other cities that were actually successful, that had actually already done what we're trying to do for cities our size, and I found some great models. And so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, you just have to be open, right? And so when I looked at how they did it, now all of a sudden I got facts to prove it. It's not just us doing like we did years ago where we're just throwing money at a thing and hoping it works. We are actively looking at, okay, well, if we do this, the result will be this, because it worked here, it worked there, and that's, you know, the end result. So I had to sell that to some of the council members and help them understand that we need to revitalize our downtown, but here's why. People aren't going to come down there. Well, they will if we can get our substation back. So I had to talk to chief of police and say, hey, can you help? Would this make sense? We did that. We got the substation back. So now we've got safety covered. So that was the issue. And then the next thing was, if you build it, they will come. That was the philosophy. So events. So partnering with one council member, coming up with ideas to be able to bring people downtown, to show them a different, you know, version of that area. We worked hard on that as well. And so the end result that you see now is just the beginning. We did everything that we did here in 3 years. That's unheard of. We did it in 3 years. So despite all the negative chatter that you might hear about what's actually going on downtown, that previous council, we created grant programs, and not just for small businesses, because we wanted to show that Killeen had skin in the game. We created grant programs and opportunities for youth nonprofits and things like that. But we wanted to be able to show that if we put our proverbial money where our mouth was, and we had a plan of action that we could actually execute. So we did that 3 years. We were able to get those roads remodeled. We got the businesses down there. We've got anchor stores down there. We've got a real Christmas tree. I get excited about that at Christmas time, because you know before
Christmas tree gonna be there?
You know we got the Christmas tree down there.
Yeah,
we light that
yeah.
up. Because you know before, I told you I'm from here, so we used to have those string lights that we would light up. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Man.
I was like, come on. So when we started looking at our events for Christmas, I wanted it to be like Rockefeller City, New York.
Yeah.
You know how they bring in the tree, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
They told me no, but they did get a virtual real tree. So we do have that tree lighting that has been wonderful for the community, bringing them together. So this is just 3 years, so it's still in its infancy.
Yeah.
So my hope is that we continue to grow. It's going to have its ups and downs, but so yeah, so there's a lot that it takes for, and you have to be able to build your case. You have to show why, how it's going to happen, and then how are we going to pay for it.
Everything.
It's a lot.
Everything.
It's a lot.
So is it majority win, or everybody got to vote?
So as long as you have the four, then you can typically move something forward. But even though something moves forward, how you can pay for it, how is it going to stay, and how is it going to go for the long run? All those things have to be figured out on the back end sometimes. It's tough.
Which you ain't got to say no name now, but who give the panel a hard time? Like, he don't never want to agree with nobody. Nobody do that.
Yeah, well, there's always somebody. There's always somebody that just doesn't want to agree.
Can we just get rid of him, her? I'm sorry, y'all. My sister need a job.
For $250 a month.
She gonna come in here and do something, girl. She gonna get us some more money too.
You know, my thing is I just pray that whoever, even after I'm off the council moving forward, whoever comes after us and whoever's on there now, that we're solutions driven, right? So again, it's easy to sit behind a keyboard or to get in somebody's face with the camera and say, you know, all the negative and point a finger and say what, why, how. But sometimes you have to be able to say, okay, stop. Let's put it all on the table. Let's roll up our sleeves and let's talk about it. Let's figure out how do we solve the issue, because us going round and round and round is not helping the problem. You know, so that's my hope, is that whoever comes on after me and moving forward when it comes to the city of Killeen, that they think that they're problem solvers. That's the biggest trait that I think that person needs to have, is that not just stirring a pot to stir it and let it go, but they're problem solvers.
Well, there you go. Come on, you already did it.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yes,
Come
sir.
on, you finna be the judge now, like, real, like. All right. What is one accomplishment in your life that you are personally proud of? Not necessarily your biggest political accomplishment. You see, I know how to read good too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Not political. Well, Gosh, there's been a lot of great things I'm very proud of. I'll say one of the biggest things. So some time back, this is before council, a friend of mine, I do community activism. Before I even got on council, I was an advocate against domestic violence and human trafficking. And so one of the ladies that I knew, her daughter was part of an FRG, or Family Readiness Group on Fort Hood.
What's that?
A family readiness group. So they are the ones that kind of come together when the troops deploy and things like that, and they kind of create this bond to make sure that everybody that stays back home has what they need, and connections and things like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so, yeah, I thought that was cool. And so, but anyways, this particular group, back then, they were coming down on some rapid deployment orders, meaning they were about to send out a large group of guys and ladies away, and they were going to miss Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and probably New Year. And so she's like, we got to do something. But the Family Readiness Group didn't have any money. They didn't have any funds to do anything special for the troops and their families. So I got a little team. I'm good at building. That's one of my strong suits, is building a good team. And so we built a team of volunteers and said, okay, how can we help them with no money? Well, we got to find some volunteers, donations, things like that. Long story short, we ended up helping about 300 folks and their family. We rented a ballroom we got the ballroom on Fort Hood, and we were able to basically have a station where everything was decorated, thanks to the help of my mom and her little team of decorators, like Thanksgiving. So we had food donated from like HEB and all these other organizations. So they had Thanksgiving. Then in the corner was Christmas. And then they had a celebration like New Year's. And so we had live music. St. Joseph's Youth Church came, and they did the musical arrangements. We had a lady in the community that came and did the national anthem and a couple of songs. So they had live entertainment. And so, yeah, it was a big deal. And so we got to give them Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the New Year in one shot before they left.
On everything.
That was really cool.
For real, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, if I was running for city councilman, you think I'd win?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes. Definitely. People person for sure.
Yeah,
That's important.
When I get that check, though, I'm like, hold on.
Give me out.
Hold on. Yeah, where the rest of my money at? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you cannot be in this for the money.
Okay,
No,
okay.
absolutely
I don't know.
not.
I've been calling
Despite popular
sometimes,
belief,
though.
no,
Yeah,
you cannot.
yeah.
You cannot.
I'll be right there at the courthouse. Hey, mama, listen, Miss Lady, I need some help. They shouted me on something here. All right, look, let's keep it a buck, right? What does a justice of the peace actually do besides bury folks and issue warrants?
Mm-hmm. So some of the things we touched on was hearing the low-level criminal offenses for like Class C misdemeanors, small claims under 20,000. Inquests we talk about is unfortunate part of the job, but the part of the job when folks pass away or lose their lives, we have to pronounce death and things like that and create those death certificates. That's a darker part of the job, but it is part of the job nonetheless.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Oh, pay bills. Y'all, check this out. Look, my name is Lucky. Y'all know when I tell y'all something, it's real important. You heard me? Y'all make sure y'all go check out my daughter, Kiki's Sweet Creation. She got the best cookies around, y'all. She's 11 years old. Tomorrow we're going to be at the Long Branch Park with Monopoly Boys and Girls Club, right? Car Club, right? And they doing a back to school event and stuff like that. Y'all make sure y'all come through and grab some cookies and stuff. I will be paying up for some cookies so I can give away for some free, y'all. But make sure y'all come through, man. For real. And shout out to all the kids going back to school too. Right, I'm proud of y'all. Oh, look, y'all, check this out. My one of my kids, they have a male teacher, and I'm so proud of that. I'm so happy about that. How you feel about a male teacher?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of classes, schools should have male teachers.
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Well, y'all make sure y'all tune in. Y'all kiss them kids tomorrow before they go to school. Y'all make sure y'all pray for the teacher. If y'all know y'all kids bad, Kim. Oh. No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Tanisha, y'all know what I'm talking about. Danny, look, if y'all know y'all kids bad, y'all please pray for them teachers. And y'all let them kids know to be good this year right there, because it's very important. Shout out to the teachers. I'm so proud of y'all.
And can you say shout out to the teachers? That's wonderful, because their job is hard too,
yeah,
right?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, for real. My goodness. They got a tough job right now on so many fronts, but yeah.
I seen a teacher, I sent you this too, beautiful. Shout out to my wife, Kim. I love you forever and a day.
All right, now.
But I sent her this, it was something I seen on Facebook or something, and it was a teacher, on each desk she had like what the kids was. This kid was in a domestic violence. This kid got molested last night. This kid is right here getting bullied. This kid, she was like, y'all, we did as teacher, we deal with all these demons right here. For it, it was like she had like 20 desks, and each desk had something. I'm like, this kid this kid this kid this. I'm like, oh my god, it gave me a big eye opener. I send it to you. If you don't mind, I send it to you too.
Thank you.
I'm like, what the
Please
heck,
do.
for real?
You know,
everything.
going into the school year and just, I'm sorry, but this is very important, but going into the school year, you know, I had to advocate for my child who goes to a different school, but I'm so proud of his band teacher because he was really introverted, you know, might have, you know, just very shy kid, very quiet, soft-spoken, but going from 6th grade to now, he's totally night and day. But I attribute that to the band teacher. He has been instrumental in opening him up. He found a new talent that we didn't know he had with regards to band and the instrument. He plays tuba. Hopefully he'll be section leader this year, I pray. But I attribute this to his teacher. And so I still remember, and I'm almost 50 years old, how my 3rd grade teacher, she was instrumental. I still remember her, you know, so I know that my son will never forget his band teacher because he has helped transform his little life, you know. So shout out to our teachers again. I'm just saying because it's a tough job that they have.
Yeah, for
but
real.
They spend so much time with our kids, you know.
Man, I'm talking about, when I seen that right there, I'm like, oh, hold on, lady, I'm sorry for
Please share that with me.
Oh, yeah, and one more thing, y'all, look, teachers, look, my baby mama, let them teachers know that I'm the daddy, I'm the father that they can call all the time when my kid acting crazy. They can call me. If I'm at work, I'm going to take off from work and I'm going to come in. I can't say what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to my kids. Like, yeah. How do you feel about spreading the rod for the child?
That's personal decision,
That's personal,
but
okay.
yeah, because each family is dynamic. So I would say whatever works for you with your child. Obviously, there's within reason, right?
Okay,
All
yeah.
things within reason. But I can't tell you how to.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
spraying
my eyes.
Don't abuse your children, folks. Do not do that.
Yeah.
But that's your personal choice with your child. I can't impart my
You ain't
personal
let
thoughts
them
on
your
you.
grandkids on it.
Don't you put your hands on
Don't
the
mind.
grandkids
Don't
now.
touch them grandkids.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I ain't whoop you, so don't be touching my grandkids for real. On my mama, don't play with me, girl. For real. All right, look. Justice of the peace is a type of judge that can marry someone. Listen to this question good.
Okay.
Justice of the peace is the type of judge that can marry someone. Right? So if a couple walks in your courtroom to get married, and you know for a fact that they have a warrant, Kim, they have a warrant, would you still marry them? Would you still marry them? If they walk into your court to get married and you know they have a warrant, would you still marry them?
So they're coming in for you.
They come in for you to marry them, right?
Yeah. So
but you know they got a warrant, would you still marry them?
that's a great question.
Heck yeah.
And process-wise,
no.
process-wise, I would have to say, how does that work? What's the warrant for? I don't know. But I would say,
let's hear them get it done.
yeah, let's get married. Let's marry them and see, hang around here, sir, for a minute. Let's see, or ma'am, for a minute. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, that's a good question. I really don't know how I would handle that. I would have to see. That's tricky. Whoever asked that question, I don't know. Let me find out.
Somebody I know. Look, if you marry them, right, and the police walk in for the arrest.
That would be horrible, right?
No,
that would be horrible. So I know that after, observing some courts, like I said, there's a lot of people are not, the court systems right now are not looking to gotcha, because some of these situations, people are able to make arrangements to make payments, to file for a request for dismissal of these situations. So my question would be, would that be a case where this person could fall under that? Is there a conversation that needs to happen beforehand to see? So I probably would do that. If that's the right answer, I don't know, but that's what I would do first. And say, hey, how can we solve this? Like, I know you have, this is there. What can we do to get it resolved legally, appropriately, right?
If I was a judge, I'd be, hey, hear me say you do before you go out there.
You wouldn't want to just turn that. That would be cruel.
Hey, there you go.
That would be cruel.
How you like this show right there? How you like my setup?
First of all, it's great. I like it. Yes. And then second of all, the fact that you're able to just break down the ice and we're just having a real conversation. We don't get a chance to do that often, but the fact that you're a good icebreaker, I feel comfortable. I've done a lot of podcasts, and so, no, this is great. So I appreciate you asking tough questions, but it's also fun. I'm
Yeah,
having a good time.
for real.
And I got snacks.
Yeah, there you go.
I am.
Lick your fingers if you want
piggy,
to.
no.
Come on. Okay, well, don't do it.
Have them call me a little piggy.
All
but
right,
this
check
is
this
good.
out. All right, real talk. Do you believe people deserve second chances, or is the courtroom going to be all about punishment and collecting money? Do you believe people deserve second chances, or is the courtroom going to be all about punishment and collecting money?
So I believe in my heart of hearts, and I've proven this in my own personal track record, even before counsel, our past does not define us. I've said this, and I always say this. It does not define us. It redefines us. So no, not just punitive. We have requirements. We have to, whatever we've done, we have to fix that, right? And that's part of it. But there are ways. And so a large part of the things I want to make sure that are in place of those resources beforehand that help prevent people from getting to that point. So the education piece needs to be out there as well, and that's going to be one of my priorities, to even prevent you from coming into the court. But when you come into the court, no, I believe that you figure out how we can get through the situation that you're in right now, and then how can, on the backside, who can help you prevent that from happening again.
Okay.
Yeah, I
These,
believe
these
that.
right, this right here, this is my speed time right here. So
Okay.
these questions I'm going to answer them
Okay.
quick, but not but still give a good answer. You know, just answer them quick, all right. How would you balance being compassionate towards people going through difficult circumstances while still enforce? How would you balance being compassionate towards people going through difficult circumstances while still enforcing the law and maintaining the integrity of the court?
Yep. So I do this right now constantly. It's communication. Speaking to people, meeting them where they are, and having a real conversation. Making sure they understand exactly what the options are. That's important.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be a judge who listens to the whole story, or one who already has their mind made up before people even open their mouth? Lucky, shut up, Lucky.
You said speed round, but can I expand on this one?
Go
Okay,
ahead,
because
go ahead.
so no, I definitely am the person that is going to listen to the whole story. The whole story is always important. Even right now, I'm getting beat up about certain situations and decisions that we made, but the reason I'm making the decision that I've chose to make was because I needed the whole story. I will not decide on something on a whim. I'm not going to make an emotional decision on a whim. Even though it's a principle, it might be a tough subject, I'm going to look at all of the pieces and make an informed decision. So that is my personality, and it doesn't jive well sometimes in this arena, but if people that know me know my heart's in the right place. I'll make a good decision, but I'm going to do it with all the facts.
Can you really make a certain decision on your own, or you'll have to go by?
Well, some people do that, and they do it on their own court or public opinion. You know, they'll do it on the other side. And it's not beneficial because sometimes it hurts. You know, there's a decision that might need to be made that's going to be a tough one that might, what you emotionally want to do could be hurting more people than you're actually trying to help. So it's important that you have a full picture, have a full answer, can address all of the issues that might arise. Because again, I told you, it's like an onion when you're dealing with a situation. Once it opens up, you see that everything's connected.
Yeah, everything.
So you have to be able to say, okay, well, I might not be able to resolve all of it, but here's how these main dots connect, and I want to at least be able to answer that.
Right.
Because otherwise you could be hurting people and not even realize it. Right.
If your favorite restaurant that you grew up with, right, that you grew up eating, right, if they finna get evicted, right, what would you do? How would you try to? Did I ask that question right?
If they were getting evicted.
If they coming in your court for to get evicted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite restaurant you grew up with, what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Choices.
Oh, that was my dad's back in the day. The
Right.
barbecue. Oh my goodness, yes.
So what would you do?
What does the contract say? That's where we're at,
yeah.
right? Remember I told you we have to go by that contract, and that's the tough part. But then I'd be like, have you thought about, well, I couldn't do it, but hopefully somebody would help them with food truck or find another way to get their stuff out there, right? Again, I can't advocate from the bench, but again, there are resources out there that hopefully we would be able to provide.
I should be like, man, please don't get kicked out. But can I get a pig feet
And then
plate?
I cried, why?
Oh, you're going to have to cry. I'm sorry. Can I get a pig feet plate, though? All right, look. What is one thing you never want politics to take away from you?
Ooh.
What is one thing you never want politics to take away from you?
Hope.
Hope. There you go, man.
Hope and my faith in people.
There you go, man. If you wasn't running for judge, right, and if you weren't a city councilwoman, what would you be doing?
I'd still be advocating actively against domestic violence and human trafficking, but also I'd be making movies. That's my passionate pastime.
make
I'm
movies.
filmmaker.
You write movies?
I do.
Come on,
I
man,
write.
movies
Yes,
for
I
me.
do. I do.
I
Hey,
got
we
the
can
movie
talk
you
about
write.
it. We can talk
Oh,
about
we got
it.
this one in January. I like that for
Yeah,
real.
I've got Film Family Local here and between
Oh,
here and
yeah, we
Austin,
in
and
there.
oh yeah,
We in
oh yeah.
there.
We'll talk about that after. But
There
yes,
you go, Aiden.
but I do. That's what I would be doing. That's my passion. My passion.
How is your job being a city councilwoman? How is it doing for you mentally?
It's going good. You know, like I said, there are some tough, very tough moments. But I love what I do because I love being able to help people and help my city. And so if I can say that I've left it a little bit better than when I got there, and I can see the fruits of the things that I've put into place, it's a beautiful thing. So I'm very proud. I'm very honored to be able to serve.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
And, what are some of the changes that need to be done in Killeen, Texas, that you can do as a city councilwoman? That
So
y'all can do.
there's a lot of things, right? And so the ordinances. What I wish that I could do is just bring in a team of people. We tried to connect different groups, but to look at those ordinances, those are the rules and restrictions and requirements for different things, whether it's code enforcement or ordinances for noise or for buildings or for flags for businesses. You know, it'd be nice to be able to look at those and make sure that they're all up to date, that they're actually not holding our city back, that they're helping us, but also still creating a boundary and responsibility. So to be able to go through those ordinances as on the agenda, it's happening right now, but if I could have a team of people to help review those would be beneficial. That would be great. There's so much. There's so much, but we have to be able to, and it's another thing too, is like finances are tough. We have to be able to build, we have to be able to maintain, then we have to be able to support all at the same time. We can't just stop and do one thing, so that's always tricky too, and helping people understand. I wish that we had a big, an ability to really control our narrative a little bit more. And when I say that, meaning things that people like you and what you're doing is wonderful, because people get to hear the tough conversations and questions, but
people get to know you too.
And it's important that the community step in. I believe in my heart of hearts only, because I've seen it done and I know that it works. When a community comes together, we can do anything.
You seen it happen in Killeen?
I have.
You seen the community come together?
I'm going to say yes, but we could do so much more, because we're still operating in silos. That's the kind of the thing that I've been advocating against. I want us to come out and I want us to work more together, because we can get more done. There are communities that are when I tell you, a well-oiled machine of community engagement and a lobbying for what their needs are. You can't tell certain communities anything about their town because they own it. The people own it and they understand their power. You own the city of Killeen. This is your town. You live here. If you live here, take pride, take ownership of it, and then help make it better in whatever way you can do that. And so my hope is that we can continue to just blend. It's not going to always be perfect, right? It takes all people and all types of things to get done. But if we can figure out our identity as a city, we can insulate ourselves from a lot of things that are happening federally that are about to it's affecting actually the whole United States. There's some things that are affecting us negatively as a result of things that are happening on federal level. And I know not everybody's involved in politics and paying attention to that, right? But it's going to take our village, truly, and I hope that we can learn sooner rather than later, so we're not caught off guard. I keep sounding that alarm. Our community needs to come together. Got to figure out how to make it work. Whatever your specialty, your gift, your calling is, work in that vein. Partner with other people working in that vein, and then let's come together and figure out how to do it. There's enough for everybody. There's enough success. There's enough people. There's enough opportunity. We just have to be able to find it, figure it out, and figure out how to put it together. And so that's my hope for our city, is that we can do that before it's too late.
I sure hope you get that judge.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question.
Thank you.
When you win as a judge, right? Where the first restaurant you gonna eat at? You gotta celebrate at some restaurant. Where it's gonna be at?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't thought about that.
Okay, you gotta try my sister's restaurant in Cambodia. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll make a round.
This another question though. Where is one of the main restaurants you gonna be ordering food to bring to your job on your lunch?
You know, I really need to
You ain't
have
think
some.
about that,
I have not on the
Okay.
food part, but I
Well,
will.
you finna be the judge. You gotta think about that part now. You heard me?
I need somebody to do what's it called when you make all the prepping the food. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
need to be doing
For
that
real.
because
Kim be doing it for me.
Kim, you
No,
do?
everything
Kim,
for
I need to
real.
talk to you because
Everything
your
for
girl
real. She gotta
needs
be
to go on a
right
little
too.
diet. I need to get a little. I
For
need some
real.
help.
I don't. Hey, look, I lost. In 3 months, I lost 28 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I was on this peptide, but it's
Really? So I
for real.
heard some people are doing that. I need to
It's-
learn more about that.
Yeah,
But
it's good too for real.
Is
I was
it?
I was on 2 blood pressure pills. It got me down to 1, and it got me a whole
Really?
lot of energy to it. Yeah, for
Okay.
real. Is there any question I should ask you that I didn't? Did you feel like I should ask you that I didn't ask you?
I think you did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything was
I think
good,
you
right?
covered everything from past, present, future. Yes.
When is the election again?
So early voting starts in October. October. Well, she's not there with me. I have the thing, but early voting starts in October, and the election day is November 3rd.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you come back before the early voting, like a week before? the
You
early
know,
voting?
I'd be
I can
honored
hear you
to.
back on?
Yes.
And then the election?
Uh-huh.
You want to come back before the election?
Yeah, we sure can.
Really?
Yeah.
Come back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank
I have
you.
another show
Thank
called
you.
Let's Stay With Look, I want you on number 2. I want you on here like anytime, whenever you want to. Just come on, promote. Just come on and bring the
Yeah.
judgment.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I have
But
a
then,
question as just a regular person.
Yes.
That people would probably ask. What is one thing that you want people to know as a parent, not just a mother, but as a parent, as a councilwoman, as, running for justice of the peace, about you?
thank you. That's a fair question. And so about me is that I'm all of those things and then some. And so I'm just a person too. And so people think that, you're on this certain level and you're so far removed, but I'm right there with everybody else. I live on this side of town. I know the struggles of our town. I've been on the struggle bus. I understand what that means and what life is like there. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. I might be there right now. I don't know. So just that I'm a real person but I truly, truly care about people. And I believe that the answers that we need, as long as the answers that we need are within us. But I also believe in my heart of hearts, because history has proven it. It's not just Jessica's wild dream and philosophy, that if we come together and I have my skills and Lucky has a skill that I don't have and you have something else that I need, there is something that we can figure out. That's one thing that would unite us, right? We don't have to share. I always tell people this too. We don't have to share Sunday dinners and meals, or you might not like how I live or your religion or whatever. But if there's one thing that unites us, we can focus on that one thing and we can get it done. And then we can each get to where we need to go as far as seeing our calling. I believe that in my core. And so I believe in people, and I believe that we can. Somebody asked me about being a single mom and doing this. I understand. I don't have it all together, and I struggle with that, right? So for me, when I looked at it, was the vision that I had was of a relay race. And I don't know anything about track, so don't come at me with questions about track. But what I imagined when I was looking at my life was that, you know how they're running and they've got that little stick thing, right? And so everybody's in this race, and I'm running my race. And I would say, well, I can't right now because my finances aren't straight, or I'm still in debt, and I'm not married. I went through a divorce, and I've got, all these things. But I'm running my race regardless, and I have a calling that's been placed on me that I have to fulfill. As I'm running, I'm realizing that there's people that are trying to even get where I'm at in this moment. So I have something to give back. So that's how I now look at life and everything, is that I'm still running my race, and I'm giving back to whoever's willing to take it. Now, you got to be willing to work and take and do that's a whole nother story. But I'm running my relay, and I'm passing it back. And I'm still trying to catch up to the person that's where I want to be. And that's my core. That's me. But I believe that I do have fun. I love karaoke. I love having a good time. But I believe in people. But right now, there's a dire straits. We have a critical situation. It's not partisan, but if you care about people, we have to focus on us. And so what I want them to know about me is that I care about people. I care about us. I care about my town because I live here, because we live here. And I only expect the best for us. So.
I got one more question, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I know you say you're gonna go by the rules, right? When somebody get evicted, right?
Yeah.
But just say your ex-husband or boyfriend who did you wrong come in there for to get evicted. What you gonna say?
Well, I won't see him, right? I'm going to
Well,
refer him out because
yeah.
that's conflict of interest.
Girl, I was
So-
like, get that right there, George.
No.
I'm good. I know
That
he
would
ain't
be a
gonna do right.
conflict if it was
He ain't do right
ex-boyfriend.
when we was staying together.
Okay.
he ain't help me pay mine, so he ain't pay them people, y'all.
No.
Really,
Yeah, that would be conflict, so
there
I'd have
you
to
go.
step out.
Okay, there you go. But everything was okay, though?
It was perfect.
Okay. You want to give some shouts out for me?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
Yes.
Shout out to the grandkids for real, though.
Shout out to grandkids
There
and my
you go.
babies and taking care of those babies. But also to the community overall. There's a lot of folks that are doing a lot of great things. I just had a conversation before coming in with someone, and I just want to remind everybody, don't get weary in your well-doing. It's tough. It's hard. There's a lot of negativity. Focus on what was given to you and stay the course.
There you go. Hey, check
That's
this out. Look, I got this motto or this slogan. I say, you ain't nobody if you never sat on the couch. We gonna say it on the count of three. Where you gonna see it? I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, go.
You ain't nobody if you haven't sat on the couch.
And 1, 2, 3. You ain't nobody if you never sat on the couch. I'm sorry, but they play with me. I'm said that baby mama's on my love seat.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate
I
you.
love it.
Thank